The March Beneath the Moon. The locals had warned them never hike after dark. But Daniel and Leilani were newlyweds, drunk on adventure and the beauty of the Hawaiian wilderness. The moon was bright, the air warm, and the jungle trails glowed silver under its light. They'd heard rumors from the locals about sacred ground near Kaina Point, where the spirits of ancient warriors were said to walk. They laughed it off at the time. The Nightmarchers, they called them. Ghosts of long-dead Hawaiian soldiers who rose from their burial sites to retrace the paths of battle, drums echoing through the night. Still, when the breeze turned strangely cold and the jungle fell silent, Leilani hesitated. "Danny," she whispered, "do you hear that?" At first there was nothing, then the faint beat of a drum, slow, distant, rhythmic, thum, thum, thum. Daniel tried to smile. Probably just someone camping out. But the sound was growing louder, and beneath it came chanting. Deep voices speaking in a language older than the trees. They followed the narrow path as it twisted through the ferns and lava rock until it opened into a clearing. Moonlight poured down onto what looked like the remains of an ancient heiau, a stone temple half buried in moss. The drumming stopped. Then the wind shifted and the scent of salt and smoke filled the air. A torch flared to life in the distance, then another and another. Through the mist came figures, warriors, tall and bare-chested, cloaked in ancient garb of feathered helmets and shark-tooth weapons. Their eyes burned with pale light. They moved in perfect rhythm, their feet leaving no mark on the ground. Leilani grabbed Daniel's arm, trembling. "Danny, are those—" He cut her off, voice barely a whisper. "Don't move." The Nightmarchers passed in formation, their faces solemn, their chants vibrating in the air like thunder from another time. Daniel and Leilani crouched behind a rock, hearts hammering. Then the chief appeared. He was taller than the rest, his headdress glinting in the moonlight, his face streaked with red and white paint. Around his neck hung a necklace of human teeth. He stopped and turned his head toward them. The drumming ceased instantly. The warriors froze. The chief's eyes locked on Daniel's. "You have seen what is not meant to be seen." The voice didn't come from his mouth. It came from everywhere at once, rolling through the trees, through the ground beneath their feet. Leilani began to cry, whispering prayers under her breath. Daniel pulled her close, whispering, "Don't look at them. They say if you make eye contact." But it was too late. The air grew thick. The torches flared brighter, illuminating the warriors' faces, blank, expressionless, but filled with ancient rage. The chief stepped forward, raising his spear. "You must march, or you will be taken." Daniel felt something cold grip his chest. His knees buckled. He looked at Leilani. She was staring at him in horror. "Danny, your eyes!" she choked. He couldn't answer. His vision swam. The world tilted, and suddenly the chanting was inside his head. His body moved on its own, his feet lifting and falling in rhythm with the warriors. Leilani screamed as he stepped into the procession, his movements stiff and unnatural. His face was blank, his eyes glowing faintly gold. She ran forward to grab him, but the chief's spear shot out, pinning her sleeve to the ground. "He marches now." The warriors turned, their formation shifting as the drumming resumed, louder now, pounding through the jungle like thunder. Leilani could only watch as her husband disappeared into the mist, his steps perfectly in sync with the dead. The torches faded one by one, the drums slowed. By dawn, the jungle was silent again. When the villagers found her hours later, Leilani was kneeling in front of the old heiau, whispering to the wind. She wouldn't stop saying the same thing over and over. He said he'd come back when the drums stop. But the villagers only shook their heads. The drums never stop, not for those who march. And if you ever walk the trails of Kaina Point under a full moon, you might still hear them thum, 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 marching endlessly through the fog, with one new face among the fallen.